Gather up your projects, settle in your favorite spot. It's time to stitch with Sarah at her Stitchy Camelot. Let's celebrate each other, this community we've got. It's time to get down to Sarah's Stitchy spot.
Hello everyone, my name is Sarah. Welcome to my FlossTube channel, where we will discuss and celebrate all things cross-stitch. Grab your favorite beverage, get comfortable, and join me
at Sarah's Stitchy spot.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and this is FlossTube number 66. It is Wednesday, January 15th, 2025. I would like to take this moment to welcome each and every one of you to my FlossTube channel. As I say at the beginning of every video, I send much love, hugs, and kisses to my husband Stan for writing and performing the intro song that you just heard. If you are new to my FlossTube channel, welcome. I hope you will like what you see, that you will subscribe, ring the bell, share, like, and do all the things that we do on FlossTube. And for all of you that are returning, I don't think it's any secret at all how much you all mean to me. So welcome back, and let's see what we've got to discuss today in the world of cross-stitch. Before I do that, I do want to take one moment to recognize the horrible tragedy that is going on in Southern California with the wildfires. It is something that the fear of those fires that we all live with here in California now pretty much at all times of the year. And I know so many have lost so much, and I just, as a community, let's keep them in our thoughts. If there's anything that we can do to help, obviously there are multiple sites accepting donations, too many to list here. But let's, as a community, show that love and compassion and caring that we all can. So I'm at a loss for words when I think about that amount of devastation. So let's keep them in our thoughts. Okay. The other thing that I wanted to do based on a comment is because I've had new subscribers, and I rarely ever take any time to go back over just a little bit about myself. I thought I would today. I am happily married to Stan Emmons. As you all know, I refer to him a lot, and he did write and perform my intro song. I have 3 daughters that mean the absolute world to me. I have 7 grandchildren, the most recent having been born on November 14th of 2024. I am a retired physician. It will be 3 years in June. I did a residency in family practice, but only did primary care for a very short time, and then I began my own specialization and care for women, women's health, preventative services, and family planning and reproductive services. It was a wonderful career, and I loved my patients very much, and I still miss them. But it is good to be retired now and to have more time for the things that I enjoy outside of practicing medicine. So that's just a little bit about me. But so I wanted to let you guys know that anytime you have any questions for me, please feel free to put them in the comments, and if I can, I will get you an answer. So okay, now the next thing I wanted to do, I have my little list that invariably I leave something off of. It is almost uncanny how I can write something down and then forget to say it. Or forget to look at it so that I'll say it. But anyway, I'm pretty sure it was on the Homespun Needle Makers. None of us can say that Facebook group. I will run it down below. But I saw a post about a lecture that was being presented by the Tennessee Historical Society. I clicked on it immediately, and I signed up. I registered. This was a free event, and it was called Tennessee Samplers, Female Education and Domestic Education Arts, 1800 to 1900. And I'm going to put the link in the bottom because it has now been recorded and it is there for you to look at. I found it just a wonderful piece on samplers in Tennessee. The coordinators and researchers for this event were Jennifer Core and Janet Hassan. And it was about an hour. It was time well spent to just to have another look at samplers, because a lot of the ones that we do are European, and so it was good to see what went on in America during that time as far as needlework. So I encourage you all. I will have the link down below for that. It was really very interesting. Next, Laurine, my dear friend Laurine. Her generosity is just beyond belief. She has over time been supplying me with duplicates and maybe gently used charts to use as giveaways, and she has offered another one. I will have a few to offer over the next several months, and this month's will be the Corgi Caboodle. I'll put a picture up by Plum Street Samplers, and this is, well, we all love corgis, don't we? And so if you will use the word, let's use the word plum, Plum, I will run that across the bottom, and that'll be for Corgi Caboodle. And then remember to not use any words like giveaway, free, prize, and you need to be 18 years or older so that I can ask you for your address. And again, Laurine, thank you for your kindness. Please know it is so appreciated. So then we're going to have the Zoom start up again, as I talked about, and we will be doing Zoom number 10. And I'm going to read off to you the 10 names that I have chosen by the YouTube random generator picker. So here we go. The Bobbin Girl, Nickel Hines. I see your name all the time, and so it's NICKELLEHINTZ 5491. ForeverStitcher, R Young Designer 4340, Mar MARB 3942, Vickinower NOWER, Tamara Brown 4570, Catherine Red READ 8003, Carols CAROLS 3090, and Deborah Jefferson 9565. So this will be for the Zoom held on January 12th. That is a Sunday from 12 to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. There will be a link below for you to fill out a Google form so that I will have your email so that I can send you the link for the Zoom. And I am ever so excited to get these started up again for the new year. We have a great time. Basically, we show what we're stitching on. If you have anything special that you would like to share with the group, I like keeping these groups small, and they're just wonderful. So please fill out the Google form, and I will send you a link probably around the beginning to the middle of next week. Okay, so that's for the Zoom. All right. Now, I do have a shout out, and oh my goodness, haven't the whip parades just been, oh, they've been glorious. I don't even know where to start, and I know I will forget somebody, so I won't try to start listing them, but please, if you just want eye candy upon eye candy upon eye candy, this seems to be the time of year for that to happen. But we do have a new FlossTuber that I wanted to shout out, and that's Julie. And Julie, I have been following her on Instagram, and I'll run her Instagram address down below. Has jumped into the ring with her first FlossTube. She is a gorgeous stitcher, and I just have enjoyed everything that I have seen on Instagram, and now we can see it as she shows it in person on the video. So Julie, congratulations. I am so happy for you, and I encourage everyone to go over and give her a look and subscribe and like and do all the things that we do on FlossTube, and give her a wonderful welcome. So, okay, now let's do shares next, and then we'll kind of fall into our regular plan of things that we do. So I have 3 shares today, and the first one is Christine, and I love this. Christine started cross-stitching at 66 years of age. Right on, Christine. I just love that. And this is a sampler kit by Bothy that she finished, and she used all the kit supplies, and it is gorgeous. And I celebrate you, Christine, for jumping in the melee with all of us, and please know that you're welcome, and I would love to share your stitching at any time. Second is from Dear Allison, and this is a little bit of inspiration for me to get something done, but this is her finish of Red Berries by Modern Folk Embroidery. She stitched this on a white fabric with the Roxy Flossco Dark Sage and Cheeky, which are the colors that I'm using, and she changed the Merry Christmas to French. Allison, I'm pretty sure, is from Canada. So thank you, Allison, for sharing that with us and for inspiring me to keep working on mine, so I will have a finish. And then finally, we have another Christine who finished Comfort and Joy by Luminous Fiber Arts, and she mounted it on a book, which is a finish that I really want to try. I actually have 2 books that I could use that Stan picked up for me at the library that they were giving away. So I'm hoping to get to try that finishing style. So again, thank you for your inspiration. And I encourage all of you, if you finish a piece, please don't hesitate to email it to me, and we will have it to share and inspire on this part of the video. So, okay, now I found something in putting up Christmas decorations that sort of, with my knowledge now, sort of really surprised me. Do you guys remember these? I stitched them because I had them, but this type of cloth, well, that's got to be a Prairie Schooler. So I obviously knew about Prairie Schooler Santas. So I had one that looked like this. Now this one I know is not a Prairie Schooler, but then this Santa, look how cute he is. Oh, I was so excited. They were just sort of in the linen closet. I don't know if we use these as placemats, I wouldn't do it because they were too pretty. And then the final one, which I think is a Prairie Schooler. I could be wrong, and I hope you guys will help me with that. But my plan is I'm going to make these into ornaments. I'm just going to cut them out, and I might try to use maybe this fabric as a background. I'll see if I've got enough, but yeah, I'm going to make them into ornaments or pillows, but I think ornaments. So these had to have been stitched at least 20 years ago. So I'm just so glad I found them. It was so exciting, and I do hope someone will know the designer of this, because I think that those pants, man, those are rockingly cool pants. The back stitching is there, so, but anyway, okay. So I just thought I would share those with you because I found them, and so I thought that was pretty cool. Okay, so what else have we got here? Well, let's look at my book of days, which isn't real decorated, but it is real filled up with, and I've been doing the thing that Sean does. I want to be just like her when I grow up. I mean, don't we all? Where she sticks. This was the label for the fiber that I use for a stitch along, and then I wanted to show you. Do you see where I've got that it says New Start, Stitch Group? These were some stickers that, oh, I don't know who it was. It was a FlossTube that I was watching, but it's they're like that, and you can put them in your book of days. So Stitch Group. There's a really cute one about finishes. Yeah. So there's a bell, and in various iterations. And these are by StitchyStuffbyKarin. She had an Etsy store, and I will put her information down below. But oh my goodness, I thought they were so cute. And so that's my that's my book of days that was generously given to me by Amy, if I didn't say that. So thank you, Amy. I'm really enjoying it. Oh, and I did put, I know I'm jumping out of order, but because I know I'll forget, I put my Whip Go information in here. So these were the 25 that I had I've selected to work on. I'm filling every spot. The numbers that were called were 11 and 20. And Sally Spencer was number 11, and I've done the 3 days on that. That's my plan, is to do 3 days on each selection. And I have done 2 of the 3 on Away We Ride, and I'll show you that progress. And then I taped, so I'm just gonna put these in as I do them. So I'll cross this off when I give Away We Ride the 3rd date. But that's in those extra pages that I had put in by Staples in the back of my book. So, okay. So I have a finish. I have a fully finish, a new start, whips, some happy mail, and just one little piece of haul. So let's jump in and do that. Okay. My finish is, finally, Oh Joyous Day. So there she is. Now, here's what my plan is to do with those Joyous Day. It's broken up into 3 sections. So I think, I haven't made a complete plan. If anybody has any ideas or thinks I shouldn't do it that way, but I'm going to put Diane's initials up here and her year of birth. And then my second child is Allison and her year of birth in that section, and then put Eva and her year of birth in that section. And I thought that, and that those will be 1/1 as well. Now, I won't show you this again until the initials are in, or maybe it's framed, but the stitching as called for is done. I've gotten all the satin stitch, the Oh Joyous Day over 1, and I absolutely love it. This was done on a flannel flower by Fox and Rabbit, 36 count, and I used all of the called for floss. So Oh Joyous Day by Blackbird Designs is a finish. So I'm very happy about that. I'm sure at times you guys are too, but So now I did do a little fully finish, and that is this one, which is a little bit of Christmas. It's by Samplers and Stitches. I think I finished this during Christmas in July, this past July. I backed it with this fabric. And this is the Lady Dot Chanel. I don't remember the color, but yeah. So this will go and be put up right away with the other pillows that I put out at Christmas, but I'll have a new one for Christmas this year. So that one is done. All right, then I did have a new start, and we will go over that. That was January 10th, and it was the new start for Across the Pond, which was One Stitch at a Time by Lottie Da. Sarah of Sew Me Sarah put a lot of work in getting this organized, and a lot of people are participating. And it's very exciting because we have a Facebook group, and we also do a Zoom call pretty much regularly the second Saturday of every month. And so now we are working on this, and Sarah does have files that break this up into 10, I'm pretty sure it was to 10 sections. And so I just need to do, finish together, and I will have the first section done. Although as Sarah, Sew Me Sarah, mentioned in her most recent FlossTube, I have made the decision also not to put the border around, the straight border around, that would make it a little harder to frame. So I love that. Sarah and I have I think have a really great relationship, and we love to joke with each other. So anyway, so this is One Stitch at a Time by Lottie Da, and I am stitching it on the called for 40 count wheat by Fiber on a Whim, and I'm using the called for over dyed floss, and this is my progress. So beautiful things come together, ... together ... is what I have left. So I had started the border on this, but the Shingle Spring Stitcher was also on our Zoom call, and she mentioned that she was leaving hers off because of framing issues, and I thought, yeah, because I haven't really developed great skills in framing yet, and not having to worry about the straightness of that border will more likely get this framed by me. So this is the, again, the stitch along for Across the Pond. I will put the information down below for the Facebook group. I encourage you all to come over and join. You can jump into a stitch along anytime you want. And so I'm really looking forward to trying to keep up. I'm not always the best, but, and it is in my retirement bag that I made with Jacob's Move Forward in Love. And that's my new start. Okay, so I think, now am I right? I think we're ready to go into whips. And I have a pretty good group of them today. All right, so my first one is a stitch along. It is the Modern Folk Embroidery Baldequin Birdies. This is the 2025 stitch along. Isn't it just absolutely gorgeous? And when you look at it here, you see how really little that you've done. I do have this in Markup XP, so I kind of have an idea of how many stitches and how much progress. I forgot to look right before I recorded this video. But I will say, the way I've worked on it so far this month, it says that I would have it finished by, I think it had moved up to August of this year. So I'm stitching it on a 25 count light mushroom Lugana, and I'm using Pirate and Robin Redstone cotton floss. And this is my progress so far. So this is 25 count, 1/1. I thought that would be, let's do it this way. There we go. With those sweet little stitches. I am stitching this with Natalia. I will run her Instagram handle below, and you must go and look up her stitching of this. She has chosen 2 shades of green or teal that are exquisite, and that is the word. And she is stitching it on 56 count. So that's Baldequin Birdies, and it is on a big piece of fabric, and probably doesn't need to be since I'm doing it 1/1. But okay, so that, let me, sorry, put that together. It's not cooperating. Okay, I'm going to take just a little drink. It's just crazy. The sun is so gorgeous today. But when you have the windows open in this large room, it actually gets, I mean, the blinds up and everything. It gets really warm in here. Okay. My next one is my blessing sample, and that is Jenny Vett, 1930, and this was charted by Audrey Stitch Bead, and this is under Cumberland Cottage Needleworks. This was a piece that she offered for a donation. She only offered it for a month, and I snatched it right up. So it's the perfect size because I'm stitching it on 56 count with the Soie de J, is that right? Auvers Soie, number 664. And this is my progress so far. Look at those little stitches. I am so happy. And you know, I'll just hold that up there so you can see it. Here's what I found out. When I started this piece, I had to use the magnifier on my light. And now it's very true. You hear people say your eyes adjust. I am stitching it with my regular high magnified readers. So, you know, so far, and I do it in the morning. I don't do it at night. I mean, I don't stitch at night, but I do it when I'm fresh in the morning. And I've been able to do it just with my glasses. So I'm very happy about that. I probably won't just jump into doing everything on 56 count because I am very slow. But the joy of seeing those little stitches is worth every minute of it. And again, I've got to thank Jean for her encouragement. So that is Jenny Vett. That will be my blessing sampler. So I plan to finish that in the month of January. The story goes that with your blessing sample, if you start it on January 1st and finish it by the end of the month, your needle will be blessed. And I already feel like my needle's blessed because I'm doing 56 count. But anyway, okay. The next piece is, this piece and Oh Joyous Day were sort of being alternated as my 1 to 2 threads a day, which, by the way, I'm going to go back to Dear Sarah of Sew Me Sarah. A lot of you ask, what do I mean by 2 threads? You know, what does that mean? Is it a whole length of 6 pieces of thread? And Sarah said it perfectly. You load your needle with however you're stitching. You might load your needle with 2 threads. You might load your needle with 1 thread. You could be working on a low count of fabric and load it with 3. But that length that you put on your needle, that would be 1 thread. And then if you do that twice, then you've done 2 threads a day. And Sarah, that was so brilliantly explained because I know I make it clear as mud every time I try to explain it. So thank you so much for that. But I am alternating now. Oh, Joyous Day is finished. This will be my 1 to 2 threads a day because I am very close to having this finished, and I want it for this Christmas. So this is Christmas Delivery by Cottage Garden Samplings. And I'm stitching this on a 36 count eucalyptus by Fox and Rabbit, and I'm using the called for DMC. And this is where I am. So I got this present completely done. I worked over in here, and I've got the head, the floating head of the little teddy bear, and I just love him. He's so cute. So what I basically have left is I need to fill in this, finish the bear, fill in this little part right here, and there is another big snowflake here and a couple of scattered ones, but that'll be done. So that is Christmas Delivery by Cottage Garden Samplings. My 2 threads until it's finished. Okay. Next, we have, this was my Whip Go call for number 20. 11 and 20 were called. Is it 20 or 25? See, I've already forgotten. I don't want to confuse anybody or for someone to... Yeah, 20. 11 and 20 were called. So this was in the 20 slot, and that is Away We Ride by Blackbird Designs. This is a piece that I had to do, I did do a restart on because I had just really mangled it and it was not savable. I am using a 36 count piece of Endora by Needle and Flax, and I'm using Vicki Clayton silks. And this is where I am. So I literally jumped all over the place. Let's see, I worked on the border up here, so I've almost got that finished across. I worked on the house, started filling in the windows, and then I started the words down here. So it was just a big jump, jump, jump. Fun, fun, fun. Isn't that a gorgeous piece of fabric? So that is my second Whip Go, and when I do the 3rd day on it, I will have met my goal for both pieces. Okay. Now, what have we got? Okay, this, I realized that I had left a needle in it, and so I just wanted to stitch on it because it's so darn cute, but I just wanted to put a few more stitches in it and make sure I didn't leave the needle in until July or around Christmas, because it is a Christmas piece, and that is Fairy Reindeer by the Artsy Housewife. This was a Patreon piece. I just think she's the cutest. I cannot wait to get down to those socks. I have a little stitching to do before that happens, but I'm stitching her on a 36 count heirloom lace by Color and Cotton. I'm using the call for DMC, and this is just a little scrap that I have. And so I got some more done in her, the little ruffle around her neck. I love her. So she probably will, for certain, be put up until July or later, I think. Who knows? You guys know me. I pretty much stitch what I love. So, Fairy Reindeer by the Artsy Housewife. This was a little bag I got at Christmas, and it holds it just perfectly. I don't know what came in it. I don't remember. But anyway, it's working fine for that. My next piece is, this was my second Whip Go call, and it has received all 3 days. And that is Sally Spencer by Birds of a Feather. And I will remind or tell everyone, if you don't know, that Sheri Colorado Crossstitcher has acquired the rights to reproduce these, and it's just wonderful. Everyone is just loving stitching on these things that were out of print for so long. So Sheri, I'm sure there was a lot of work going into getting those rights and to doing them as well as you've been doing them. So I am stitching Sally on a piece of 40 count Hemingway by Needle and Flax, and I am using Vicki Clayton silks, and I got quite a bit done in the 3 days. Let's pull this. So I finished this row of alphabet. I've gotten over to here. I've worked on these flowers here. So it's not very big. And, you know, if it was something that I just, you know, jumped on and stayed with, it would be done. But I love it. So that's Sally Spencer by Birds of a Feather. Okay. What did I see? I think some of the Santas by Birds of a Feather are so cute. Okay. My next piece, which is getting really close to a finish, is Angèle Armel, 1907, by Maximum Crossstitch. If you check out Evertote, between two whips, I think, Caroline and Carrie, there's a little special section with Ellen of Maximum Crossstitch. She has some new releases, and they go through a lot of her pieces in this in a little segment that Caroline added to the end of their video, which was fabulous. So I am stitching this on a 36 count Heartland by Picture This Plus. I'm using Gloriana silk in the color Hollyberry, and look, I'm so close. I think 3 letters, maybe 4. I think just 3. And that border, and this will be done. So I generally always work on a red sampler on Thursdays. And I get as excited about finishing as I think about what am I going to do next. So I love the alphabet. It is just so pretty. So that's Angèle Armel by Maximum Crossstitch. And I don't know, it could be a finish next time. There's quite a bit of border, but the great thing about that border is it's perfect for zoom stitching because it's straight and doesn't require a lot of counting. So I would never attempt those letters on a Zoom call. Okay, next we have, oh, I got this out because Jackie, the comfort stitcher, is going to start working on a Quaker, and she just started talking about Quakers, and I had to pull out Anne Hunt Nilesy by Antique Sampler Reproductions. This is a Kathleen Littleton piece that we got at Sampler Symposium. This was 2023. And I am stitching it on the called for, because this was kitted up for us, the called for 36 count Lakeside in Maritime White, and it is a Belsois silk in the color Her Crown. So what I did was I finished this circular piece here. It is one X off. I did find it, but I mean, it was literally at the beginning of, oh, I just don't know how I do that. I try so hard to be careful. And then I started the alphabet across. But maybe I'm starting to get where I'm going to need, you know, a whiteboard. But I hope you can appreciate that subtle variegation in this gold. because it is lovely. So that's Anne Hunt Nilesy by Antique Sampler Reproduction. And then let's see what we got. It wouldn't be, it just left me. Don't you guys love that? There was a thought, it came, it left. We'll see if it drifts back in. Anyway, I did work on Have Courage, also by Cottage Garden Samplings. This is a piece that I started originally for Pam's, I think it was Pam's Survival Sal, yes, of Pam and Steph of Just Keep Stitching. And I plan to give this to a good friend who had had a recurrence of breast cancer. She is doing well, and I love working on it. So what I did was I have brought over this leaf, and I did this leaf, I started this leaf, and then I have started filling in these darker colored flowers. Very stitch intensive, but oh my goodness, do I love it. So that's Have Courage by Cottage Garden Samplings. I love the bird. It is just so gorgeous. Okay, and then I think I have just one more whip, and that is the Historical Sampler Company, and it is their Stitch Along. It's the Little Owl Patchwork Sampler. This pattern is available. You can still purchase it. I put all the information below for the Historical Sampler Company. The second part just came out today on the 15th. The next part, the third part will come out on the 29th. And then the final part will come out 2 weeks from that, which will be in February. And I'm stitching this on the 32 count linen that came with the piece, and I'm stitching it 1/1 with the called for DMC. And this is where I am. So I have not quite finished part 1, and part 2 is going to come across here. So I will be able to carry that border across and finish these trees. There's going to be a red house that goes right here in the middle. You can kind of see the start of that here. So, and I have learned something doing this. Again, I love the little stitches. I think though, if I made a choice again to do something 1/1 on 32 count, I would probably try to use 103. They're plump, but they're cute. So that is Little Owl Patchwork Sampler by Historical Sampler Company. So those are my my whips. So I've been having a jolly good time stitching, I must admit. Okay, and all right, now this is where I usually get, you know, where I start forgetting things. So I have some happy mail. I have. I did want to show you the, I said I would last time. I had already purchased this. This will be Aria's stocking. It is by Coeur Designs. It's the same designer, Diana Gillum. And as you can see, it is going to look, be just a beautiful accompanying piece to Vince's stocking, but with not quite so much white. There's a lot more going on. I love this little bowl with the animals. and the Christmas tree and the confetti, and then of course the big bear here, because while Eva was carrying Aria, they called her Little Bear. It's about the same stitch count, so pretty soon I need to get cracking. Okay, so I wanted you to see that. I did also purchase this chart, which is every child. I want you to see this. This is every child is a different kind of flower, and together they make a beautiful garden, which I thought if I got it stitched up as well at some point, it would be a pretty thing in the kids' room, maybe Vince and Aria. But this is a fundraiser that was started by Charlie Feathers. I will run her Instagram account below. The pattern was designed by Yasmin of Yasmin's Made with Love. The storm, Dara, that hit England. Charlie's children go to a school that's in the woodlands, and a tree fell across and did pretty severe damage to the school. And because I guess it's sort of off-grid or out of way, there was no insurance, and they need 10,000 pounds to fix it. And so this was a donation to raise funds for that. And of course, Yasmin is such an incredible designer, and I love this grouping of flowers. Even if you just did that by itself, it is just gorgeous. So please go take a look at Charlie's Instagram channel. She also has a FlossTube, and she's delightful. So if you can, or if you want to, that will be available to buy and to donate money for the restoration of that school. Since I'm talking about things I bought, I did do this too. I'm kind of excited. I got a Satsuma street, a Partridge and a Pear tree. I did enjoy the mill hill that I made, and I love seeing it on the tree. And so I thought this might be fun to have. I only bought one. This is something that I will buy and I will complete before another one is purchased. But anyway, I thought it would be fun. So that is Partridge and Pear. Is that what it's called? Partridge and Pear by Satsuma Street. Okay, and then my happy mail is I was gifted a new box, a gift box from Historical Sampler Company. They have a monthly subscription. Now, I want to make sure I have all my notes here. A monthly subscription box. This is the one for January, and this will close on January 25th. And so I will put, again, their website down below like I have been doing. This is called, this is under the Cotton and Twine gift box, and I wanted to show you what came in it. It came, you know, it's in the beautiful box again with that gorgeous paper. But I do have it open so it would be easier to show. And so you get some candy that actually has not been opened, but looking forward to it. There it was some tea, English breakfast tea. And then this, if this isn't the cutest little thing, look, and there is a lip gloss in it. And I really wanted to take it out and use it. I won't try to put it on, but it's called Sparkling Fizz. Isn't that darling? Oh, it has just a nice kind of strawberry. So that is, that was in there, in this darling little bag. It says it's Agnes and Cat. That must be the maker of that. Okay, then you get a project to work on, and this project for this one is a design by Emma Condon, and it's Stitching My Way to Happiness. You get that. You get the, you can get linen or you can get Aida. And I chose the Aida. You get your needle. And this is the palette for that. Oh, look at that. So that is Stitching My Way to Happiness. So you get, and you get the hoop to finish it in. So this kit comes with the fabric, the floss, the chart, and the finishing object. So it is just perfect. So I will put the information down below. And like I said, this box closes on January 25th. I want to thank Historical Sampler Company for gifting that to me, and I will enjoy everything in it. And I encourage you all to go take a look, because I have done one Stitcherovia piece, and it was a burr sampler that I did for my medical assistant before I retired, and I enjoyed working on it very, very much. So so that is their box, and I will have all that information down below. And my goodness gracious, I think we're pretty close. So I know the sun's starting to come in weird. If you were new and you liked what you saw, I hope you will subscribe and ring the bell and share and like and do all the things that we do on FlossTube. I am so excited about getting the Zoom calls started back up again. So remember, if your name was called, please hit the link down below for the Google form and fill that out and put your email so that I can send you the link for the Zoom. And that will be Sunday, January 12th from 12 to 2 Pacific Standard Time. And then we have the giveaway of a Corgi Caboodle by Plum Street Samplers, and that keyword will be plum. And generally, I have pretty much on a regular basis come back every 2 weeks, and that's what my continued plan is. So let's keep doing what we do good. Never admire quietly. That's the motto, right? If someone does something nice or someone does something well, don't wait to tell them. Tell them with gusto. And let's keep all of the things that's going on in the world. Let's keep them in our hearts and our prayers, in our thoughts, sending out love, reaching out to each other, loving each other. Oh, you know what? I always do that, don't I? But the other thing in my plans, which will kind of continue on, is I will be going to Mesa, Arizona, February 5th through the 9th for a small retreat. So there's an added trip in my future, and seeing a lot of wonderful people, and I'm sure that I will have so many things to share. I do think I'll have one FlossTube before I go. Let me see if I can look here and I can give you an idea. So if I did one here, yes, on the 29th. So it will be right before I go. So I am busy trying to get some things ready to go for that trip. So I'm very excited, and I'll be really excited to share all the goodness of being with people and stitching and having that wonderful time together. So I think I've covered everything on the table. So I'm going to ask you to grab your stitching, get comfortable, and stitch what you love. I love each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart. So bye-bye until next time.
Happy? Happy.